This is the House of Hockey podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. Hockey is more than a game, it's a lifestyle. It's you, the diehard supportive fans, your favorite players who are on the team you cheer for, and the organization who supports them.
The companies that make your gear, bags, and beer league sweaters. The hockey moms and hockey dads, and everything else that makes this House of Hockey your home. Come on in. I'm Breezy.
And I'm Rae Rae.
And this is our house.
DraftKings Sportsbook is not only our favorite sportsbook, but also America's top-rated sportsbook. We love using DraftKings Sportsbook. It is easy to navigate, has plenty of instructions for you new bettors, and nearly limitless ways to get in on all the action. My friends and family have been loving DraftKings Sportsbook, and I know you will too. Listen to this great offer. DraftKings Sportsbook is putting you courtside with a chance to turn $1 into $100 in site credits. That's right. Pick any basketball team that is still in contention, bet $1, and if that team wins, you win $100 in site credits. Don't forget, DraftKings Sportsbook also offers great odds and promotions on baseball, hockey, and so much more all week long. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable, so you can deposit and withdraw your funds at your convenience. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code THPN when you sign up to turn $1 into $100 in free credits. Bet on the basketball team of your choice to win their next game, and if they do, you'll claim $100 in free credits. That's promo code THPN for the Hockey Podcast Network for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Wager paid out in site credits. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Welcome to the House of Hockey podcast. This is episode 64. We are in the middle of the Stanley Cup Playoffs. I'm one of your hosts, Rae Rae.
And I'm your other host, Breezy.
And we're changing things up this week. No interviews, too much hockey to discuss, too many life stories to share with you all. And I know everybody's very, very, very busy watching all of the hockey right now anyway. And we thought we would change it up this week.
Yeah, keep it a little short and sweet this week.
Yeah. You start, Breezy. We both got on and she was like, I have to tell you a story. And I was like, wait, save it for the show. So hopefully, I've been saving my story for you, Breezy, for like 6 days, and it's been killing me inside, but I wanted to tell you on the show to get a natural reaction. But I want to hear your story first.
I went to Ikea for the first time ever in my whole entire life. I feel like it's been a long-awaited visit, I guess, kind of. I guess that's kind of like my style. I like super like modern-y stuff, right? So I redid my room like 3 years ago, and I wanted this like very specific bed frame. Mm-hmm. So my dad was like, well, I'll just build one for you. Like, I'm handy. Like, I can just build one for you. And I was like, okay. Cause like the one I want is like over $1,000. And I'm not going to spend $1,000 on a bed frame. So fast forward 3 years later to this week, I still don't have a bed frame, first of all. So my bed is literally sitting on a box spring on the floor, and it's fine. Like, I'm a very simple person. Like, it just is what it is. But I found a bed frame that I liked from Ikea, and I was like, not what I really had wanted, but it's very nice. It's definitely, something I like. It's got some drawers underneath that I can pull out for extra storage. Fantastic, right? So the closest Burbank to me is in Burbank. Well, this Burbank Ikea is, I think it's like 10,000 square feet. I don't even know. It's huge.
Oh, I've been there. It's big.
It's huge. And I've never been there before. So you can imagine, I'm like, what is happening? It's crazy.
An immersive experience, Breezy.
It is. And so my mom's with me and I'm like, okay, where do we go? She's like, well, you got to follow the arrows. And I'm like, what do you mean I got to follow the arrows? I just need to go to the bed area. She goes, no, no, no. You got to follow the arrows. You got to go through all the things. I was like, this is a never ending floor. How big is this? Am I doing like a spiral down? I only went up one escalator. Like, where am I going? So then I get to the bed and I'm like, perfect. Now, might I add, beforehand, I went online, I checked, I was like, yep, it's in stock in Burbank. We're good to go. So we get there and I'm like measuring my car to make sure I have enough room for this bed. So we get there, I follow the arrows all the way down, and then I'm like, okay, now what? Do I need to go ask someone to go pull the box for me? She goes, no, 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 we got to go find it ourselves. And I was like, oh, okay. So I go down the escalator, and guess what? Now I got to go through the whole bottom floor. Same exact thing. And I'm like, oh my God, this is never ending. Then I get to the warehouse, and now I got to go find the aisle and the bin location.
Right, like F22G.
Yeah, well, my stuff was on aisle 42. So I'm going all the way to the front, and there's like 5 different bins I need to go to for like this bed. Well, guess what? My bed is out of stock.
So you went through the whole store only to find out that the bed you wanted isn't even fucking there.
But the best part is they had everything for my bed, including the drawers. They just don't have the bed frame.
So did you get all those pieces?
But the best part about this store also is I'm like, well, my bed stuff's up here. It's just one shelf above it. But like all like on a pallet, all like wrapped up. So I go to the guy and I'm like, I see it. It's there. He goes, no, we'll have it in stock on Monday. And I'm like, well, Monday's a holiday. And I was like, see, I know it's here. Like, can't you just like have a guy come get it? And he's like, no, 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 it's going to be in stock on Monday. It's going to get delivered. And I'm like, this is so stupid. Your night crew is going to come in. They're going to take the little pallet down and then it's going to be in stock tomorrow. Now I got to come back tomorrow. So that's why I asked if he can come on early today. But not only that, their carts are insane. You can move a cart forward, backwards, side to side. Do they serve alcohol at that place? Because you're not walking in a straight line. I mean...
they might. I know they have good Swedish meatballs, allegedly. I've never eaten them.
That's what I heard. And then I was just pissed at this point. And then the freaking shopping cart bites my ankle and scratches my ankle all up. I'm like bleeding everywhere. Like, oh my God. And now I gotta wait in like a 2-hour line to check out for a bed that isn't even complete. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll hurry this up so you can go get your bed from Ikea. Guys, Breezy needs a bed. She deserves this. She works hard. She's incredible. And Ikea, I hope you're listening and hear what my friend had to go through. Happy to take gifts from Ikea.
Oh, yes. I'll take all the gifts from Ikea. That place is phenomenal. I mean, I walked into a kitchen. I was like, wow, I could live here.
Right. I once found somebody full on asleep in a bed at Ikea. Like the wife or something had gone and the husband took a seat and was asleep and nobody was bothering him. I think I even have a picture of it.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Some lady was looking at clothes like in the closet area. And my mom's like, silly lady, they don't sell clothes here. And she goes, no. Actually, they might. I don't even know.
No, your mother is correct. They don't sell clothes at Ikea. Like, what the hell? Yeah. No.
Your story.
This is a shut the front door for sure. I went for work, for a work job in Ohio. Oh, that sounded really bad, work job. I'm not going to say that. I had a gig in Ohio, but we had to fly into Pittsburgh. And my friend / coworker and we met in Pitt, and then we drove to the place in Ohio and we worked there, and we drove back on the last night to stay in Pitt because that's where she's from. So we get back and I'm like, well, I've never been here. Can you, drive me around and like show me Pittsburgh? So she's giving me a tour. I'm like, Sunny, can we go see PPG Pizzeria? She's like, sure, it's right here. So we drive. I have a video clip narrating and filming us driving up to PPG Paints, which was hysterical because they were still in the playoffs last week.
I love that you love it. There's churches everywhere here. So.
I love it.
What Should we drive past it?
Yeah, let's drive past it. Let's see how much people are hawking tickets for. Let's get a ticket and go to the game.
I'll just drive.
This is so cool. We should have gone to the game and like all this stuff. She's like, I wish I would have known. We could have totally gotten tickets. I'm like, Sunny. Anyway, so we drive. God. She takes me through, I don't know, one neighborhood. Then we go through this other neighborhood in downtown. She wants to show me this area. And we're driving down the street and she's like, I think that's Selena crossing the street. I'm like, Selena Pompiani? She's like, yeah. Wow. She pulls a soccer mom hard right into a parking spot, jumps out of the running vehicle, and is yelling down the street, Selena! Selena! It was Selena Pompiani.
No.
If you all don't know who I'm talking about, go back like 10 episodes. She was a guest on the show. She's the in-arena host for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Walking down the street. And Sunny, my friend Sunny, knows her because she worked with her dad in Pittsburgh. So like super small world, Selena Pompiani. So Sunny runs down the street to get her. She is saying hi, they're hugging, they're talking. Then Sunny explains that I'm with her and that I'm from House of Hockey. And she's like, oh my God, I can't believe we get to meet in real life. And like, I said, Selena, we have to take a picture because Breezy's not going to believe this. And I said, I'm not even going to tell her this. I'm not going to text her. I'm just going to tell her on the show. Could you believe it?
That's crazy. That's a small world.
What are the odds? We're just like, she's just giving me a tour of Pittsburgh. And then like a guest of the podcast and longtime friend of my friend is just crossing the street. And we see her and we flag her down and catcall her from down the street. And see her. It was so nice. It was so nice to meet her in real life. She had just come from doing a workout. She was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sweaty. And I'm like, I can't even tell. You're beautiful. It's fine.
Oh my gosh, that is so fun. That's awesome. Wait, so she wasn't doing the in-arena for the home game then?
So the Penguins aren't doing their in-arena game staff right now because of COVID. Makes sense. I know. But
that is so funny that, holy crap. Like, I mean, I didn't even think about that. Like, not that
right.
I just wouldn't think that you would ever like run into someone that like we've had. I
mean,
unless you're like going to meet them.
Right. Like randomly.
And like you're going to the arena or something, not like chilling on a street.
No, just like the casual tour of Pittsburgh. Oh, there's Selena Pompiani. Like, what? So we have a picture and I will post that. Breezy will post that on our social, and you're gonna have to put a really good filter on it because I promised Selena that we would make her look good because she was like sweaty from working out.
That's okay. That is okay.
Like that would be like you going to Huntsville, Alabama randomly and like driving down the street and seeing like John Chavo.
Yeah. I don't know, because I feel like that might be like a little bit more like common because like I would probably like be driving like, but yeah, that'd be something similar for sure.
Yeah. So weird. So weird. But it was lovely.
I don't even know what to like say right now. I'm just like, how does that even happen?
I don't know. It was the craziest thing. And
I'm glad you saved that story because that was awesome.
I think those are just moments of you are where you're supposed to be doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing kind of moments.
Yeah. I do have to admit though, I feel like it'd be really cool to like randomly run into you on a street somewhere just to get your reaction like, what?
Like for you to run into me or like somebody else?
I mean, I guess everybody. I might have to just make like a random trip to Maine and like go to like a coffee shop and have you walk in and be like, what?
What? Oh, I would.
What are you doing here?
Oh yeah, I would be so dramatic and freak out. It would be hysterical. You'd have to record the whole thing.
I would, for sure.
Oh my God.
Anything could happen. Country's opening up.
Anything could happen. Totally agree. How about the playoffs?
Holy crap. These things, I don't even know, man. They're so good. Yeah, these playoffs are crazy. We're going into round two. We're waiting for the, don't even get me started
The
on this
North,
Leafs
the
Montreal.
Canadians in Toronto.
Oh my God, there's this guy on TikTok. I wish I might have to reach out to him to see if he can come on because he is absolutely hilarious. He's like the biggest Leafs fan, and he just goes on like these rants, and he's so positive and just, you know, last night he posted after, well, last night would have been game six. So during the day, he had made a prediction. He's like, Leafs in six. And like, he was like going back with like himself, like playing two different parts or whatever. Um, and then after the game, after the Leafs had lost, he was like, season's over. This sucks. The Leafs are terrible. Like he just went on. And then this morning he posted, he's like, I haven't given up. I still have hope. And I don't know why I have hope, but I still have hope.
Typical
But
Leafs fan, I feel like.
yeah, I mean, and even my nephew has been over hanging out with me watching some games, and he goes, I don't think the Leafs are going to blow a 3-1 lead. And I was like, Zach, you don't know the Maple Leafs. And I was like, it's every game, man. It's crazy. But it does look like the Canadians want it more than the Leafs, which is very surprising because the Leafs look like they wanted it a lot all season long. And
No, I think that's just what you Leafs fans want to believe about those young guys on the team.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm throwing shade. I'm throwing darts. I'm doing it.
That's fine. You can throw them. At this point, I don't know what's gonna happen.
No, by the time this airs, one of those teams will have advanced.
Yeah. So, but round two started last night. Again, we're recording this earlier, so round two's looking pretty good too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to do any predictions here, or are we just gonna keep it mellow?
Well, I'm going to tell you what who I'm most excited and what I've said on View and other. I feel like I've been talking hockey all week for various reasons, but
Yeah.
I think that the Canes Lightning series is going to be the most exciting, and
Bonkers.
yeah,
Absolutely.
that series is what we all say when it comes to like hockey playoffs. There's always like a second round or third round series of teams that play each other that you're like, these should be the Stanley Cup teams playing.
Yeah.
Though, it can't be that way, right? Because of the divisions, but it's always like, this is the Stanley Cup right here, round two. Right. With the Canes and the Lightning. I'm excited to see what happens. I don't know that the Canes have a strong enough offensive line for, like, because Kucherov is back with the Lightning and they've got like everybody at full speed and they've just got that confidence from coming off of being the Stanley Cup champs the previous year. So I think it's going to be a really exciting series to watch. And then everybody has picked the Avs to beat Vegas. And it just gets my goat. I don't know why, but I can't stand the Avs. And I can't tell you why. There's just like, I'm like, why does everybody just think because McKinnon's there that they're going to win? Like, there's of course other players on the team that are really good, but like, I don't know. I think Vegas really wants it. They've been wanting it for so long and they've been working so hard and they keep like getting knocked out in the playoffs that like, I don't know. I just tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong that like the Avs really are the best.
I don't know because I think that the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Avs are Tampa Bay Lightning and the Avs. What am I even talking about?
The Knights and
now I'm all distracted.
Sorry, the Knights and the Avs?
No, the Knights and the Avs I think is going to be just as an exciting series as the Canes and the Lightning because they're two strong, heavy, big teams. And I think there's going to be a lot going on. You have Alec Martinez on the Knights that is definitely hungry for another cup. I think that there are a lot of guys on the Avs that are just tired of getting to a certain level and then just being destroyed. But I don't think their sweep should be what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I don't think them sweeping would necessarily say that they're going to play very well against Vegas because I think Vegas, they just have that like it factor to them.
I
Do I
agree.
think Vegas could win the cup? I don't know. I don't know who could win the cup at this point. But all I'm going to say is that it's going to be an insane series, and I have to watch every single game of that.
I agree.
There's something else I was going to say about that, but it just left my mind. So I might just
Sorry.
chime back in at
Do
a
it.
later time.
Do it.
Maybe.
Just
Maybe.
raise your
Yeah.
hand.
I remember what I was going to say. Just kidding.
I think the thing with the Avs is they are missing that like chemistry secret sauce. Like they have a lot of talent. They have all the pieces on paper. Breezy's raising her hand. Go.
I remember. But the Avs won the President's Trophy? The ultimate curse. I don't know.
I think
What could happen?
we all know in hockey that winning the President's Trophy doesn't mean anything about your ability to win the Stanley Cup. Quote me. Quote me. Also, the Bruins on fire, coming out strong against the Islanders. I'm a little concerned for my boy Barzal and Trotz, but I do have to say that Barry Trotz is very good at readjusting his team and like their offense and their style of play, like against, he will adjust accordingly. I don't think he just like sticks to one plan and plays it. I'm interested to see what happens in the second game, which might have already happened by the time this airs. But if they can't adjust to the Islanders, then it's over for them, and the Bruins will probably sweep them, or at least maybe game go to 5.
Every team has to win and every team has to lose. And I think that this series is
Quote you. Every team has to win.
And every team has to lose. But it's just one game. So one good game doesn't mean that you're going to play good the next game or the game after that or win a series. I think that the Islanders could take the Bruins down because the Bruins have a weak spot. You just got to find it. And the Islanders would be the team to find their weak spot.
I want to comment a little bit more about the Canadiens in Toronto, even though by the time this airs, this might be like an old conversation. But I was watching one of the games, and the Canadiens have such depth of veteran, but not like old veterans, but like veteran players, and are so strong defensively. And Carey Price has been saving their butts this whole time. And I think it's been exciting to see. And I think everybody who's not a Leafs fan is like, thank God the Canadiens are just really making the Leafs work hard to advance and not just like hand it over to them. Yeah. That's my thought on that.
That's fine. And that is fine. I think equally, the Leafs have a lot of veteran presence there too. And I think they do have some fire under their butt to play hard to get John Tavares back.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost think that maybe not having him on the ice is hurting them in like a weird way, not in a way of like, oh, they only need him to win, but I think it's hurting them in a way of like, I think John, although we've talked previously with Frank from the Hockey Illuminati that John is a very quiet captain, and we both think, or we thought, that the Leafs needed a more vocal captain. But now they got Joe Thornton in the lineup. They got Jake Muzzin, both super loud guys in the room. Jake Muzzin's been, to the Stanley Cup finals and has won a Stanley Cup. I think Joe Thornton is hungry for it. And Jake seems to be pretty chill. I'm acting like I just talked to the guy on the phone. I don't even know. But I don't know. I just think that the Canadiens maybe want it more. I mean, I don't know if you ended up reading the Tyler Toffoli story, but I know he wants it, and there's some young guys on that team that want to do well. Carey Price deserves it. Carey's been struggling for a lot of years, and I think he feels that the weight of the world is on his shoulders. So I do want to comment on an article came out today, or at least a headline came out today that I saw. Not sure if it's 100% true. I think it is. But I read that Seth Jones is not willing to re-sign with the Columbus Blue Jackets. He wants to test out free agency. So, if that is the case, would he be a good contender to go to Seattle? Would he want to go to Seattle? And immediately when I read that, and I was like, I think he would be a good fit for the Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, oh crap, here comes Seattle. Are they going to come and swoop him up? But I don't know. I think Seth would work really well as a Ranger. I think that he adds a lot of depth that maybe they are going to need on the blue line. So, what are your thoughts about that?
I think that would be a good add to the Rangers, but I think that's all going to depend on who they end up hiring as
True.
GM and coach and president of operations. I think there's, it's a little bit of a scary time to want to sign in New York if you're looking for a cup or if you're really looking for some competitive play. I don't blame him for wanting to get out of Columbus. They've been struggling. They also don't have a coach now. Have they hired somebody new yet? Has that been?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It's weird to me to see. I mean, Seth Jones was a Predator, and then he was traded to Columbus for Ryan Johansson to come to the Preds. But I just think that when I think of Columbus, I do think of Seth Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And, they just lost Nick Foligno to go to the Leafs. I mean, they're crumbling at this point, and it's like, this is not going to be good for Columbus.
I'm really not sure who's going to end up in Seattle, but I'm just stoked to see that final roster because it's going to be just as shocking as it was when the Vegas Golden Knights entered the league, because it was like, how could Fleury be a Knight? Like the shock and the shakeup of the league I think it's exciting. And I'm excited to see what happens there.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
But that'll be on a future episode where we will talk about that draft.
We'll be back next week. We have a couple interviews lined up and scheduled, and stay tuned for that. Also, I wanted to mention here on the show, and we should do a post on social, but if any of you listeners have a unexplained things story, you can call our hotline and leave that story there as well. It doesn't just have to be an NHL player story, but let's hear it. Let's hear your spooky story. It's open for both. Thanks for coming over to our House of Hockey podcast and hanging out with us. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. And in the meantime, you can follow us on social media. Just look for House of Hockey podcast. We'll be back next week.